All right. Welcome, everyone. Elise Arsenault here. If you are new to me, hello. I'm an actor, audiobook narrator, founder of The Global Actor, where I help actors live where they want and work when they want. I also help multi hyphenate creatives because let's be honest, to be creative in today's environment, most of us are multi hyphenates, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. So, as you're joining me today, I would love if you are here live, drop creative in the chat if you consider yourself a creative. So, I know who is here with us, who is listening to us live. And if you're catching this on replay, hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. So I want to just make sure we can see me live on Facebook before I continue on. So give me 1 second. Yep, looks like we are good. All right. So I want to start today's live by just acknowledging it feels so unstable out there right now in the world, doesn't it? So, what is the point of planning? What is the point of planning right now? I am so glad you asked because that is the question I'm getting from folks. I think there are folks who've been actors for a long time, who've been creatives for a long time, and things have worked for them sometimes without a plan, but getting to a consistency, getting to a point where you're able to save money, getting to a point where you understand and you can predict how many projects and how much revenue you can expect in the next week, the next month, the next quarter, the next year is something that most people don't know how to predict because they haven't experienced it enough or they haven't tracked it enough. So, welcome to my world. If you are new, if you have taken the Dream Big Plan Smart challenge before, or you have worked with me as a coaching client, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. And tomorrow, I'm launching the Dream Big Plan Smart 5-day challenge. It is a free gift that I love to give the world. It's my way for you to get some coaching from me, to get some deep structure from me. It's really a mini course that folks have gotten amazing results from just doing the free mini course itself. So if you haven't yet joined us, I want to make sure that you make sure you're signed up. So bit.ly/dream big plan smart. I want to just make sure you, if you haven't signed up yet for free, you do that right now. And in fact, we have a pre-challenge contest happening for the next 3 hours at midnight tonight, midnight Eastern tonight. We're going to close that contest down. So I want to be rewarding you for showing up for yourself. So make sure you sign up tonight so that you can follow through and also get yourself entered into the pre-challenge contest. All right. So if you've heard about this Dream Big Plan Smart challenge before and you've heard about me before, but you're like, who is this lady? What is she talking about? Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I'm streaming from 3 different places, but I'm going to make sure I answer any questions that come in. I'm going to throw down some truths that still exist right now, that actually not still exist, that exist right now. Creatives are still making a living right now through our craft, our art, our services, and so can you. Hold on. Instagram, 1 second here. I need to turn off my limits for today. Okay, Instagram, hopefully I'm back with you. So I want to underline that. Creatives, it is possible to be making a living in today's environment. With all that's happening in the world, with the unrest, with the AI, being a creative and tapping into your gifts as a human is more important than ever. So now is not the time to take a back seat. Now is not the time to put your dreams to the side. What are you doing if you are not living out your purpose? So I just want to say that right off the bat. Some people are like, "Oh, you can't make a living." Like I'm proven. I am someone who's been making a living as an artist for over a decade right now, and I help creatives do the same. And I think it's important to have structures in place around each of your various art forms or each of the services that you could provide as a creative. So let's just say I just wanna make sure you agree with that, and if you're not experiencing that yet, the Dream Big Plan Smart challenge is a really great place for you to get started with, but just a reminder, there are creatives still making a living right now. The second truth is if you're not willing to shift and change as the industry changes, you cannot expect to experience ongoing success. So we need to flex and flow, which is why the Dream Big Plan Smart Challenge on day 1 tomorrow, we're actually going to check in and see how this year went for us. We're going to take an inventory of how things are going. We're going to note what's going well. We're going to note what isn't actually working. And we're going to get clear on what it's time to prune in the year ahead. We're going to get clear on goals and we're not going to set 5 million goals for next year. I remember there was a time in my career where I would make a big long list of like 20 to 50 goals that I would want to accomplish. And year after year, those same goals would exist because I didn't make a clear plan. I did not call for help. I did not bring in the coaches I needed. I did not have the community I needed of other people going after big things like me. And most importantly, I did not have a clear plan with clear habits to help me get there. But about, again, like 8 or 9 years ago, when I started putting deep planning systems in place, that's when everything shifted and changed. So this is my 8th year running and hosting the Dream Big Plan Smart Challenge because a plan is so important. Why do we create a plan? It's not because everything is going to go a quote unquote according to plan, but it's because you need to know where you are going so that you are moving in action, so that you're not stuck, so that you're not staying still, so that you're not procrastinating, but you're actually putting one foot in front of the other. Sometimes your plan will not go the way you thought, and we will have to shift. And that is very normal. That is very normal. And in fact, many of you who've been using the Dream Big Plan Smart framework for years, you know that maybe you set some goals last year and you didn't quite achieve them this year, but you got farther than you have ever gotten in your goals before. And that's a beautiful thing. By putting out there what we want, by setting a plan in place, it's natural as long as we keep putting one foot in front of the other that we get there. Sometimes it takes longer than we think it's going to take. But if we keep at it, if we keep taking in the information that's coming our way, so many big things are possible. So I want to just underline some big things that I've seen happen with my clients who have gone after uh, goals with the Dream Big Plan Smart structure. I have a narrator client who set the goal um, to book 10 audiobooks in their first year, and they wanted to work with a big five publisher. By the end of that year of this specific plan, they had booked a book with every big 5 publisher. That is major. I have other clients who've been working actors for 20 years, 20, 30 years, and they set the goal of hitting their SAG-AFTRA minimums in order to get health insurance and pension, and they did that. And now they do that year after year. So the Dream Big Plan Smart Challenge is such an exciting place because you're going to be surrounded by community of folks who are already living their creative life. All right, so I want to just check in right now to see if anybody has any questions, anybody has any thoughts, anybody having any sort of aha moment that I can underline or answer questions on. And I'm going to look in my 3 different places that I'm in right now. So I'm coming over to you, face here. All right. I think, oops, I am ending on Facebook. Okay. We are ending on YouTube, and I am going to just